Hey everyone, thank you for clicking on and watching the new Kid on the Block's video. I had something actually pretty different planned for my first video, but while editing it with everything that's going on in the financial world, and really all the attention that GameStop is getting, it just didn't really feel genuine anymore. So I wanted to come on here and just candidly talk about how I view everything with GameStop and how it's really setting up Flare networks to and really decentralized smart contract platforms to really be in a outstanding place to grow and benefit from. Now, I want to start with this article from GameStop, which was talking about how the backlash will curtail freedom, and it's really talking more about how the backlash from regulators, right, those who stand to lose the most from GameStop-style events, are going to try to curtail freedom of speech and economic freedom by targeting the technology companies that enable the exercise of those freedoms. And I think the thing that's in particularly important from the GameStop squeeze is that it's really showing how much control and manipulation these centralized authorities have over our economy and our financial institutions. And it's coming at a time when faith in our government, faith in our financial systems was already at a very low point. And so I feel like with GameStop, right, it's just it's more of a protest, and it is something that didn't just start yesterday, right? It's a culmination of all of these social movements that we've been seeing over the past year. We've been seeing collectively when we come together that we have more and more power, and we see that as collectively, as we come together, we see the old system where power is at the top, centralized at the top, that it's fighting back, right? And now with GameStop, we see they're not even trying to hide how much control and manipulation they have. And it's gotten to a point too where I want to play this clip for you, where it's gotten to traditional media, right? It's something that this sentiment is something that has been felt for a long time in younger generations, even in older generations since the 2008 market crash, right? But now this is what everyone is seeing. And this is an interview with the CEO of Robinhood on the right.
I want you to address the obvious. This looks like a move by an outfit called Robinhood, which is supposed to be taken from the rich and given to the poor, and doing exactly the opposite. That when the big guys, including one of your main investors in your company, started to lose, you shut down the game to starve the little guy. Fair criticism.
That's not what it is at all. And I know you started this segment. It really resonated with me because you described the story of Robinhood. Robinhood started 5 years ago by pioneering commission-free, no-account minimum mobile investing. And we've been the spokesperson of the individual investor. And our whole goal as an institution is to enable those customers, empower them, and give them access to the markets. Because
now, I'm curious to see how many people after yesterday still agree with Robinhood and with his CEO. And if you spend any time on the Wall Street Bet Reddit, you'll see that it's a lot of people who are angry, who are seeing GameStop and AMC and these squeezes as a way to get back at a system that has largely ignored them. And you can see that, like, this is the Reddit farm here. You can see somebody YOLO'd $275,000 in yesterday, right before they closed, in solidarity with Wall Street Bets. You can see, today's not the end game. Hedge funds are in a panic, don't sell. So you're really seeing a group of people come together, which started out for gains, right? It started out to squeeze. They caught out a hedge fund in a bad position, but when they were stopped, or when these platforms halted trading, it was just like rubbing salt in the wound, right? And I think it really damaged a lot of or any of the remaining faith, I should say, that young generations have in the financial institutions. And I really wanted to share this meme here because it really just to show the power of memes, right? And I mean, a lot of people already know that the power of memes to go virtual, but they are great ways to spread ideas and understand how people are feeling in a very quick way. I mean, this was posted 18 hours ago. It already has 186,000 upvotes, 5,000 comments, and it really just encapsulates what a lot of people who are buying GameStop and AMC today and yesterday are feeling. And they're viewing it as a battle against these institutions that have kept them down for so long. And really, a lot of these people are getting into this protest with the full awareness that they might lose money. But if you spend time again on this Reddit forum, you'll see that a lot of people who are putting the money in are saying, like, I didn't start with a lot. I don't have a lot anyway. So even if I gain a lot and then lose that on the way down, it's worth it to them to kind of stick it to the man. And I think that's a lot of the sentiment now that we're seeing in the aftermath of Robinhood blocking out traders. And this anger that I was talking about earlier, it's just culminating. It's people fighting against a system that has been keeping them oppressed, right? And that anger is not going to go anywhere. I mean, I think we would have to have some major reform in order to see any quelling, really, of any of the sentiment. And really, if that doesn't happen, I mean, this anger is going to keep going. And I mean, I'm not in any way promoting this, saying that this is a good idea, or saying that this will even succeed. But now you have those who are on Wall Street bets also looking at targeting the silver market and trying to short squeeze the silver market. And if the anger transitions over to targeting and squeezing other markets like this one, where if they were to short squeeze silver, I mean, that's like JP Morgan going out of business. Those are big banks that are going to go out of business, and you can bet that all of those regulators that have been lobbying Congress are going to try and side with them. And really, I think what the bigger picture is that people are feeling trapped in a system that has been designed against them, right? And really, until recent history, there's not been an alternative to this system. But I think that's why Flare Networks is in the perfect position to benefit. And I keep saying Flare Networks, but really any decentralized smart contract platform is going to benefit from all of this, because now people will be looking for more alternatives. There's just not trust in the financial system like we used to have. And I think this YouTuber, his name is Luis, perfectly captures all of this and how people, the average person, is feeling.
Damn near brought a tear to my eye and warmed my cold little heart is looking and logging into my brokerage account today and looking at the bid versus the ask for the different stocks that I had on my watch list, and looking at GameStop. On every other stock here, the bid and the ask are within like 1 or 2 or 3% of each other. But on GameStop, the price of the stock right now is $196.14, and the ask is $5,000, meaning every single one of you are actually holding the line, which is amazing, because you have brokerages that are actively working to manipulate the market, that have resources, that have money, and then you have normal, average, everyday people that are sitting there saying, fuck you, we are not selling until that hedge fund goes bankrupt. You don't have my shares. And guess what? If you're able to do that, then fuck it. So am I.
So it's a lot of anger, right? It's a lot of energy from people being upset that there isn't a system supporting them. And I think Flare Networks is really in the perfect strategic position to become this new system that solves these problems that everyone has seen arise over the last couple of days and over the last couple of years, because it was designed as a decentralized, secure smart contract platform. So the best analogy that I can use is that the crypto space right now is akin to a desktop computer before the internet was widespread, right? We have all of these blockchains that are operating individually. All of their wealth, for the most part, is stored on exchanges and in wallets. But when Flare Networks comes along, they're going to connect all of the blockchains just like the internet connected all of the desktop computers in the world. And Flare Networks is really going to unlock a lot of that capital that is sitting on those exchanges and give it a true purpose, give it a utility that the everyday person can actually use it for. And to further illustrate this kind of picture, there was a tweet by Flare Fusion, who's just another provider. They're a signal provider who will be contributing to Flare Networks. And their tweet says, "The Flare Networks is building the iPhone App Store of crypto." And I think that's a pretty powerful statement. We all know how transformative the iPhone was, and really, I think Flare Networks has the potential to be that to the crypto space. I also wanted to share this post from Crypto Eddie. I think a shout out to Crypto Eddie. She's amazing, does amazing research. I highly recommend that you follow her. But she shared this tweet from Flare Finance, and Flare Finance, to clarify, is a app on Flare Network. It's not the same thing. So this tweet is saying, right, the longest standing and most battle-proven meme coin to date would indeed be the perfect base currency for an explosion of gaming, digital art, and digital art ecosystems at hand, right? And the reason why I am in agreement and am excited that Dogecoin has been added to the lineup of cryptocurrencies going live with Flare, and that's including XRP and Litecoin as well, is that Dogecoin is what the average person who's not a crypto investor as of yesterday, right? What the average person is looking up and going into. I mean, we can see here after yesterday's events that, you know, Bitcoin had a spike in searches, crypto in general had a spike in searches on Google, and the Dogecoin price is up 406%. And we talked earlier about how there's an immense power in memes and for memes to go viral. So I think that the Dogecoin is actually the perfect bridge to bring on the average person to the crypto space, now that Flare Networks is going to be providing utility to Dogecoin. I am not inclined to believe that the average person who is upset with the old financial institution is going to buy into crypto just to watch the prices go up and down on a graph, right? There has to be utility, there has to be real use cases in order for people to understand why they would buy a cryptocurrency. And the Flare Networks is going to do that. With just as we've seen a rich ecosystem start to form on Ethereum, Flare Networks is going to take that to the next level. It's going to really be a bridge to all of the cryptocurrencies, or has the potential to be, right? The bridge to all of the cryptocurrencies. And that's what makes it really just the perfect storm for Flare Networks. I think it's definitely something I will be keeping an eye on moving forward, and I would love to share it with all of you. I'm not going to be throwing all of my money in it right away, but I think there's definitely opportunity for wealth transfer if you're getting into this early, and even if you're not in it early, if you're utilizing the platform and providing support, it's just a great opportunity. If you made it to the end, thank you all so much for watching my first YouTube video. It would really mean a lot to me and help with my confidence if you would interact with this video, giving it a like, commenting on the video, giving me a subscribe if you want to see more Flare content. I've also linked down below my Twitter and TikTok, where I'll probably be putting out content more frequently. So give me a follow down below, and feel free to ask me any questions you might have on Flare Networks. Bye!